Hello! Hi guys!
Woo! We're the Disney Beans back with devotional number 4 from Disney Devotionals by Albert Thweatt. Hey, do us a favor, like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. We are here to encourage you. Our hearts are here to encourage you. So devotional number 4 talks about the Walt Disney World Railroad.
Yes.
Choo choo!
It's good. It's good. So what do you like about? What do I like about the railroad? I guess.
What do you like?
Well, I'll go. Let's see. I love the railroad. Currently, the railroad right now has been closed. We're in the 50th anniversary during this casting here, but I love every trip you got to go on the railroad because you just get to go around the park. It's a beautiful way of seeing the park. You go on the outside of it. And it's just a nice. It's one of those things that you have to do every time you go. And stuff.
I totally agree because I'm a people watcher, as I've shared before, and I love the ambiance. And I also love the fact that it gives you a little rest. If maybe like a little midday rest, go in the shade. So I love the ambiance of just people watching as we go around.
Many family members have taken naps on the train.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So anyway, devotional number 4, the Walt Disney World Railroad, and the main point that Albert shares is that just like the railroad has a track that it stays on, we too have a track that we need to stay on. You want to share the Bible verse?
Yeah, so this is coming from Matthew 7, 13 and 14. Enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and spacious and broad is the way that leads to destruction, and many are those who are entering through it. But the gate is narrow, contracted by pressure, and the way is straitened and compressed that leads to life, and few who find it.
That's pretty clear that the broad way is the way of destruction. I did a little studying, and it was kind of referring to the gates of old cities and how they would have a very large gate that allowed like horses and coaches and wagons to go through. But they also had a much smaller gate next to the big gate that only one person could get through at a time. And so it's about going through the narrow gate. It's about staying on track. Broad is the way that leads to destruction. We know so many in our world are like, oh, it doesn't matter. I'll be fine. They'll get to heaven. You know, I meditate every day. I give to charities all the time. I'll be fine. So many people think that anything gets you back to the Father. Yeah. But this verse is telling us there's a narrow way. Yeah. There's a narrow way, and that makes me think of Jesus telling us that He is the way. He is the way. Yeah. There's a narrow way. Stay on track.
Yeah. And like we were talking earlier, it breaks my heart, breaks your heart. It's got to break the Father's heart to know that He created each and every one of us, knowing that more than most of us are going to go to not to be with Him in heaven, and that's hell. Not to be with Him in hell. Yes, that they're going to go to hell, unfortunately. It reminds me of, I haven't personally seen this, but I've heard many speakers talk about the Satanic Bible. The very first verse is do whatever feels right to you. And that just goes to show that, it's not what feels right to us. There's one way, and He's written it in His book of life here to show us the way. I remember brings me up a story of when we went to Japan for a mission trip and stuff. And one of the things that we were told is like there's people that want to follow Jesus. And then when they would do the home visits, we would go to their homes, and on their mantle they would have a cross, but they would also have the Buddha statue and a statue of this and statue of this. Remember in the Mummy where they were like that, and the guy was like, he had the necklace and he was showing, praying to every single god when his life was in danger, and the kind of things like that. And it's not a matter of doing something like that. There's one way, Jesus, and that's the only way to go. The track have already been set.
The straight path, the narrow path. The narrow path leads to life. We get on the Disney World Railroad, we know where we're heading. Yes. We know what the next stop is, right? Yep. Let's choose the path of life that gets us into life. Let's choose Jesus, the way, so we know where we're going. Life. Oh my goodness.
Yep. It's beautiful. Ooh. Stay on the track. We love you guys. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.
Choo-choo.